My name is Brock Page and I do random sports picks for fun. Let's take a look at a few night games around the league and then pick a winner at the end. Pittsburgh's laying $1.40 at the Phillies with the total moving upward to 9.5 runs. Currently the Phillies are getting the 1.5, and at the moment just 53% of the money's on the Pirates. We have Chad Kuhl for Pittsburgh, Jeremy Hellickson for the Fightins. Pittsburgh leads the season series 4-2. Next game I have for you, it is going to be Houston at Toronto. Houston's the heavy favorite at $1.70, totals at an even 9 runs. Currently, the Blue Jays are getting the 1.5, and at the moment, 70% of the action's on the Astros to get the job done. Tonight's probables, McCullers for the Astros, Liriano for the Blue Jays. Houston's 12-3 in their games, where McCullers makes the start. Next game, San Diego at Cleveland. Now this is a really interesting matchup for me. The Padres took game 1 and 2, and they're basically the 2-1 dogs in this one. Let's take a look real quick. Cleveland's the Moneyline favorites at $1.90. The totals move slightly downward to an even 9 runs. Currently the Padres are getting the 1.5, and at the moment, 67% of the action still on the Indians. Tonight's probables, LeMay for the Padres, Tomlin for Cleveland. Cleveland struggles when Tomlin makes the start. They're just 5-11 when Tomlin starts the game on the bump. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Padres are 5-2 in games where LeMay makes the start. To an amateur bettor such as myself, the lines really make no sense in this one. So consult an expert, and I'm sure they will gladly explain why. All right, next game, Boston at Tampa Bay. The Red Sox are the favorites in this one at $1.63. Totals move downward to an even 7 runs. Currently, the Rays are getting the 1.5 at home, and at the moment, 69% of the action's on the Red Sox to get it done. Tonight's probables, Chris Sale for the Sox, Jake Faria for the Rays. Pretty good matchup there. Boston leads the season series 4-3. The Rays are 4-1 in their games, where Faria makes the start. All right, next game, one of the late ones, the Arizona Diamondbacks at the LA Dodgers. Currently, the Dodgers are favored at $1.49. The total's at a low 7.5 runs. Currently, the D-backs are getting the 1.5, and at the moment, 60% of the action's on the Arizona Diamondbacks to get the job done. Might be the doggy of the day. Tonight's probables, Robbie Ray for the D-backs, Rich Hill for the Dodgers. LA leads the season series 5-4. But the Diamondbacks are 11-5 in games where Robbie Ray makes the start. Should be a good one tonight on the West Coast. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at my game of interest. I'm talking about the Atlanta Braves at Washington. We actually had some action on this game last night, but we got postponed. I'm still liking the figures in this one, however. Let's go ahead and break down the lines. Washington's the heavy favorite in this one, laying $1.62 on the money line. Total opened up and remains at an even 9 runs. Currently, Atlanta's getting the 1.5, and at the moment, a staggering 76% of the action's on the Nats to get it done. Trap game? We'll find out shortly. Tonight's probables, Fultenowicz for the Braves, Gio Gonzalez for the Nats. And speaking of Washington, they're 3-1 in their last 4, and they're winning 60% of their games overall. They're good at home, going 24-17 thus far. They're really good as the favorite, winning a solid 62% of their games. And the Nationals are winning a respectable 65% of their games versus teams around 500. They're facing a Braves team who's winning just 45% of their games as the underdog. Atlanta's also struggled against winning organizations, winning just 40% of their games versus teams over 500. In addition to all that, the Braves have won just 20 of 41 games as the official road underdog. Both teams are 2-2 for the overs in their last 4. Not going to make a play on the total in this one, but when it comes to selecting a winner, Washington's a ridiculous 89% after a day off. Their last 3 wins have come by an average of 4 runs. Give me the Washington Nationals laying the 1.5 for some Runline cash. That's going to pay us $120 for just a $100 wager. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page. and have yourself a positive day.